Hi, ladies. I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to come on and talk to some of you and just give you a bit of a reminder, right? We are well into the second half of the year. It feels like this year has gone by really fast. But I hope that everyone's doing well. Your families are doing well. Your friends, everyone's doing great. We are here and we are alive and we are happy. So we all have a lot to be grateful for. So, today I want to talk about the importance of just focusing on your goals, focusing on your vision, focusing on what it is that you have planned for your life and for yourself, and not allowing people or events or circumstances to distract you from where you're supposed to go. And now, this is triggered by an experience I had just today. I was driving and trying to switch into another lane, and some dude, I was going to use another word, but some dude refused to let me get in. Right? I was, trying to indicate that I wanted to get into the next lane, and this dude refused to allow me to get in. And I get this quite often where people are just hesitant. I'm not sure it's a Texas thing or it just has to do with my own situation with my number plate, my personalized plate or whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but it might be a Texas thing. But yeah, he refused to allow me to get in. I was like, this dude is about to let me miss my exit. But in that moment, I remember what my coach says. He constantly says, focus on big problems. That if something is annoying you, if something is stressing you out, you have to ask yourself, is this a big problem or is this a small problem? Don't waste your real estate. Don't waste your mind thinking about and focusing on and trying to deal with small problems that are not going to take you to where you want to go to. For him, and this resonates with me a lot. He says, if you have a situation, you have to ask yourself, is this going to take me close to my goal or is it going to take me farther away from my goal? And I like that a lot. So in that moment, going back to my story, I was like, I had a few choices of how I could have reacted. And 10 years ago, maybe I would have reacted differently, right? But ever since I have my kids and my husband, my family, I know that some of those things are not worth it. Like it's not worth road rage. It's not worth any of that stuff. And so he was like talking and doing his thing, and I just smiled. My music was on anyway. I danced in my car. So I just kept on dancing, doing my thing because life is good. Why not? And I just drove off, and eventually somebody else let me in. And so what's important there is that I had the choice of like talking to him and going back and forth, and for what? It's not worth it. So I just wanted to come on here and just remind you that sometimes when you have situations happen, you have to ask yourself, how do I respond to this? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Is this worth my thoughts even? Let it go. Be very quick to let stuff go, especially if it's not taking you towards where you want to go. And sometimes when you stop and you're distracted by these little occurrences, it can end up having very severe consequences. It can end up just taking you to a whole other situation that you didn't plan for. A lot of people are out there, they're not too happy or they just don't like seeing you happy or doing your thing. And so they may respond, they may overreact. So just because you would never do something like that does not mean that somebody else won't. So be very careful. And so that's what I was reminded about. Make sure that you don't respond out of character because of somebody else. Don't allow someone to control your behavior. Don't allow someone to make you do what you normally would not do or say something that you normally would not say. And so I remember, and I was really happy that I just moved on. And typically that's what I try to do anyway. I'm not going to allow you to steal my joy. Why? You don't have the right to do that. And so I just wanted to remind you today that as you're going through the rest of the year, remember who you are. Remember that not every situation deserves your reaction. Not every person deserves to get a response out of you. Know that you control yourself. You are the owner of your emotions, and your emotions, how you react to any situation, is your responsibility. And so don't allow somebody else to take that from you. You have the power to choose. You have the power to be happy regardless of your circumstances. And I just wanted to share that. I hope that everyone is doing well. Stay safe, have fun, enjoy. Remember, this is the life that we have. This is not a dress rehearsal. We don't get a do-over. This is the one life we have. Make it count. Stay optimistic. The best is yet to come. Have a great one.